Hi, good evening. So today I'll be talking about assignment 7, so kind of a predecessor to assignment 6, where I tested out the prototype that I had made, as well as discussing some of the feedback that I received from the 3 individuals that I had interviewed, such as what they liked about my prototype and any recommended changes that they suggested. So just to start off, for my learning objective, I really wanted to learn kind of like the inner workings of what makes or break an individual download an app that they know will benefit them. But also kind of researching and seeing what makes them kind of decline to download an app that is beneficial to them. So I really wanted to test out, see what are kind of like the instinctive things that they look at that make them feel inclined to download an app. So for starters, I started off with my script, so just kind of presenting my prototype as well as some background information of what the app would entail, some of the services and some of the features, and kind of just describing the demographic that I really wanted to target. And then finally concluding it with some questions, some interview questions, such as what they liked about the app, what are some areas for improvement, what are some design changes or additions that they feel like should be made, and then finally, what do you think users need support in? So just going down, I decided to interview 3 individuals, 2 of which were potential users that fit into the target demographic, so college young female identifying individuals. So here I have my 3 interviews where I'll be discussing kind of some of the key insights that I received from them. So my second interviewee as well is a physician in OBGYN, Dr. Amita, who is also female identifying, in which I was able to receive a lot of insightful feedback, specifically from a healthcare perspective, where she feels like a lot of support is needed, and as well as just kind of giving me some invaluable advice about how it's really important to prioritize design, especially like in a healthcare sector, because healthcare is essentially all business. What you see is what you're expected to get, and so you really want to make your content presentable, and as well as set kind of like a precedent for how your patients and users are going to look at you. And then another addition that was common throughout the 3 interview was adding a language accessibility and emphasizing the multi-language services, offering such as like translators, which can make the prototype a lot more effective and enhancing my user audience. So just going down again, kind of a little bit repetitive at the, but my third interviewee expressed how she likes the layout, the easy display, thinks it's fun and interactive, and enjoys the colorways and the fun icons, and just the overall presentation of it, but feels like there is some redundancy with the introduction, and as well as just having like aligned bullet points, and just having a little bit more structured. Another addition that she felt like should be made was adding maybe like a search bar into the design. But I mean, the design itself was just kind of how it overlooked it in the App Store, for example. So it wasn't really like the inner workings of the app. So this is kind of just a suggested edit when the app is finalized or the prototype is finalized, to make it more feasible to navigate. And then for what do you think users need support, she suggested privacy assurance, so adding like a section of confidentiality into kind of the main platform where it expresses how their data and just like everything, their personal information is going to be kept safe. This is a concern commonly expressed by a lot of marginalized groups because they're afraid of a number of factors, whether it's immigration status or just legal reasons that they feel like they would benefit from an additional tool of confidentiality. And so, as well as mentioning support in language accessibility and adding the potential option of like interactive features throughout the app, which I think would be really cool. And so overall, some of the key insights and changes. So As I kind of mentioned before, focusing on enhancing the app's clarity, accessibility, and interactivity to better support marginalized community, as well as key changes, including emphasizes time-sensitive services and emergency contraception and abortion options by placing them at the top or visually highlighting them. So this was kind of mentioned throughout the 3 interviews, is that they feel like presentation-wise, just having it more structured and having certain things bolded or emphasizing, say, certain services, and then adding the subtext and say like a different color. Adding features like an appointment scheduler, a symptom checker, and a multi-language support will improve user usability and inclusivity. I really like the addition of adding a potential symptom checker. I feel like that would really benefit. Specifically for pre-appointment services, especially for a mobile clinic where you obviously want to strive for efficiency throughout all your patients and all your one-on-one interactions, but I think you also want to strive for supplying the most amount of individuals with care and services. So I feel like having a symptom checker would really streamline a lot of the process beforehand and just kind of make things go by a lot quicker. As well as addressing, I feel like I should also address common patient concerns, including a myth and facts section and real patient testimonials to build trust. Again, mentioning that I am hoping to target marginalized communities because historically they are the ones that lack reproductive access to care. So I think it's really essential with really vulnerable communities to build some rapport and really build this one-on-one connection, that we're not just a healthcare organization, but a healthcare organization that strives to provide them equal access of support and care. So I think just providing them with some resources and testimonials would really help with building that empathetic relationship. Ensuring the app provides financial assistance information and privacy assurance will help users feel better supported and safe while seeking care. I think the financial aspect was something that I really want to emphasize as well, because understanding that, once again, many of these individuals may lack access to insurance or healthcare insurance. So kind of providing them that additional factor of financial assistance information, I think would be really beneficial, especially with providing them just overall holistically better access to care, as well as maybe like expanding the demographic that we're seeking to target. And then lastly, just improving the design with more spacing, better content hierarchy, and culturally diverse visuals will help make the app a lot more user-friendly and approachable. So I think overall, the 3 interviews that I received and their feedback was really helpful just in helping me kind of get better insight for the learning objective that I had mentioned before. So wanted to really understand kind of the inner workings of what breaks an app. So just design immediate, like I think that's the number one thing that they mentioned, just design, making it look presentable, making it look fun, making it look interactive, and kind of making a really difficult process look enjoyable and sound enjoyable is really something that was also emphasized. So overall, I think this was a really insightful 3 interviews, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Thank you.